hosted by the University of Wisconsin Madison. Filling in on the play-by-play desk, Scott McCall, who is joined, as always, by Aiden Fowler. Having a regular on the desk today, sir.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
He's back. We've got PV A&M, that's Prairie View A&M, taking on UW La Crosse in this matchup. Another, I believe, first-round knockout matchup. So if you lose here, you're going home.
Yeah. We got three amazing officials here. We got KJ O'Neill, number 47. He's our referee for the game. Nicholas Thorpe, 63, and Josh Hong, 25.
Absolutely. They're going to be calling the shots here. PV with the ball to start. That's Webb the second, number 55. The names in the back of the jerseys make everything so much easier, Aiden. We'll do our best with names. Knocked in the air.
Oh.
Scrum for the ball at the
We got a
start
steal
of the
with
game.
one.
Number 3 to the basket. Short jumper, no good. But knocked back out across. Gets the rebound. Needs a little bit of help, doesn't get it. 55, very fast pace over number 8. Up for the layup, and it is good.
See, this is a really fast-paced game already. It's good to see it.
Absolutely is. Already back the other side. No time for any sort of analysis. As it is La Crosse trying to get some revenge. Looking at the wrong team, that's why the names don't make any sense. Schmidt with the ball now. Kicked it over, iPad falls asleep. Hibner with the ball, drives down the lane, gets stripped away, that's picked up. Going back the other direction, Webb with the ball, kicks it over to Hunter. 4-3 from the corner. Not quite able to find it off the backboard. I believe half of the backboard's out of bounds.
It is out of bounds. It's a good call by the officials that they're noticing that. It means they're in good placement.
Absolutely. Doing our best with the names here. Inbounds pass to number 12, that's Crouch. I believe. We got a list. We're not making this up out of thin air. So at least we'll be right most of the time. Kicked over to Hibner. Number 4, middle lane. Kicks out to the side. Schmidt steps back, tosses it over to his friend. In the corner, drives and lays it in. Tie in.
It's a good drive for one. Very good defense by Zero, but he fell through there.
Hunter now at the ball. PV A&M looking to fight back just a little bit. Couple of feet inside the three-point line, not going to go. La Crosse looking to counter back the other direction, out of bounds. It will stay on this end.
Yeah, we got La Crosse starting to lay it down a little bit. They're starting to slow up. Yeah, A&M is still, they're very high speed there. They have been all weekend.
Well, eventually you figure they got to slow down, right? But not just yet. Tumbling to the floor is La Crosse. That's the dedication you want to see, at least sometimes.
I mean, it's a care. It's really good.
Take it. Mitchell with the ball. Kicks out to Cade. Not quite able to find that rebound by Hibner. Number 4. For UW La Crosse, 2-2 early going. Very fast-paced. Doesn't seem like either team minds though.
No.
That's why they're here.
Yeah, they're here to play nationally ranked basketball club teams. Ooh.
That's what they're doing. Little interception, but like a turnover gone awry, back the other direction. He picks up that one.
Interception, I like that.
It's like, yeah, mix the sports metaphors here. A little bit of a blink and you miss it, they're already at the other end, giving us no time to talk. Hibner, I think that is. Yes, it is. Number 4 lays that in, and we're trying to get it 4.
See, I had La Crosse at the Wisconsin Regional. They were very well. Oh, fighting for the ball there. Jump ball.
Now, Aiden, does the possession arrow go to whoever loses the tap at the start? How do we decide the initial possession arrow? Okay.
So who we got? We got A&M. They won the tip, so it'll be La Crosse's ball at the jump, and then they'll switch it.
Is that also who gets the ball at the start of the period?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That seems fair.
Yep. And then at half, they'll switch it again.
Gotcha. Meyer on the dribble drive and lays it in. Looks seamless. Looks like you could do it, but under the pressure on that, it wouldn't go well. 6-4 La Crosse.
You know, I was definitely a no dribble guy. I was typically staying in the paint. I think I shot 3 3-pointers in my entire high school career.
Gotta stay in the paint. 3 ball. Straight on. That's the lead back for PV A&M. Nice shot. Cross pushes to the floor. Pushes a little bit. iPad falls asleep. That's going to keep being a problem.
We got a little taunt in there with 1 and 8. It's always good to see that.
They're excited to be here. And that's
They
the
are,
point.
yes.
7-8, I think the score is. Yes, it is. My ability to count is correct.
We have Myers shooting. Basket's good.
Lays it in. It's not lays it in. That's a different show. But the free throw is good, we'll say. Now, and this is Webb. I think maybe Webb Jr. Looks like maybe it says in the back of the uniform. Not too sure. Webb the third, that would be. All the way down. Family tradition. Mitchell instead. Maybe spun around. Goes back out to Hunter. Ball in the lane. Up, kicks it out. That's Webb the third. Going for three. It would have been incredible, and that would have worked out. But in the end, it's not. Hunter with the ball. Bit of trouble. Able to get it out. Lacrosse clears the floor into the front court, but he gets double teamed again. Goes to the floor. What is going to be the call? They're hugging it out. Would be one interpretation. We're going to call it a travel.
We had a late call there by the officials, but they're all good.
And yeah, it's a travel. You know it when you see it. That's what we heard last game.
You know it when you see it.
Honestly, sort of instructed by the spectators. Didn't see it,
Yeah,
but
no.
I'll believe it.
As an official myself, I hate calling travels, especially with this 3-step, 4 turn, Euro. You never know.
Gotcha. We got Norris. We got a fake long shot. Turns out didn't actually want it. The Hunter Webb goes up high. What's the situation with the travel on the ground?
Ooh!
Interrupted by a foul. That looked illegal to me.
Yeah, that was not legal defense right there. He was not in legal guarding position.
Can't do that. Got to have that legal guarding position. Let's talk about on the ground, right? You're on the ground with the ball. What constitutes a travel when you're actually on the ground?
Well, really, anytime you move with the ball, it's a travel.
All right.
But
land on the ground's no exception.
and in this type of tournament, they should call it when they hit the ground or when the ball touches anything other than their hands.
Back. We had a small interruption trying to set up another stream for folks. So apologize about that. And I think I muted the mic on you. So whatever wisdom you just imparted, I don't think they heard it, but we'll believe it was excellent. And we'll move on for that one. Schmidt with the ball now. 31. Moving it around for lacrosse. But where's that opening going to be? Maybe it's going to be the 3 ball. Could be for Hibner. Hibner with the ball, drives in, but just getting stuffed by this defense. Hands in the air saying, I didn't do it. Official believes him, takes a couple of steps, puts it up, not able to go, and it will be PD's ball.
See, it's tough when it's out of bounds on 2 people. You really got to choose, well, who do you really think it was when both teams touched it? But good call on the official.
Looks good to me. Looked close enough you can believe him either way.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably the best situation near the official. Hunter with the ball. It's over, drive in, the lane goes up. Looks like
We did have contact there, yeah. That was a good call.
Seemed like a little bit of a late call, but the correct call. That would be my interpretation of that. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2, I believe. Two shots coming up.
It's going to be important for lacrosse this upcoming, game is matching the energy of A&M. They're a really high-paced game, and if they don't match that, they're going to fall through.
You got to have the energy, right? I feel like one team's really pushing the pace, and we saw this with Oregon the last game as well. You have to stay with it. You can just fall behind on each possession. Also, free throws, very important.
Yes.
Got to convert on those points.
Every point matters.
We've seen quite a lot of very close games. This game only 1 point decided here. Tie game, right? You got to make sure you're converting every time. Less than a minute left here in the first quarter. UW lacrosse pushing forward. That's McGreevy with the ball. Dumps it over. Devontae back in the corner. looking for a little help, doesn't want the help, goes to the dish, off the bottom of the backboard it looked like, and it's picked up going the other way. That's Mitchell. So PV throws it over to Cade, not going to go. The rebound is there for PV A&M, hitting the boards, crashing the boards, I think the phrase is, and they're able to convert.
Yeah, this is a very, very physical game here, as it should be. It's a national tournament. And these officials are doing an amazing job. What do we got there? We got a block. It'll be a block.
But 2 shots, I think, so no basket?
Yeah, no basket.
No basket, all right. We got 7 seconds left. How do you sort of, does the way you officiate change depending on how physical the players are playing?
Most definitely.
Okay.
You want the game to be competitive, but not so competitive that someone can get hurt. Okay. Our job as officials is to make sure that the game is running smoothly and that players are being safe. There was a game yesterday. There was so much contact that I don't feel like the game was. It could have been better officiated, but this game is very well officiated here.
Last second goes up. That will be the end of the quarter, and we're all tied at 11. So starting a new game, 3-quarter game, and it looks like it's going well so far. I agree. It feels like it's been well officiated. Making sure nobody gets hurt. That seems like a good goal.
Yep. Especially with so many courts here, it's definitely harder to make sure that everyone is being safe. But thanks to our amazing athletic training staff and all tournament team staff, we're able to make sure that everyone's safe and doing well.
Absolutely. 1 quarter in the book. Very competitive game. I think you would have to agree. Tied up at 11. They get, I think, a 30-second break here between. What do you do in this break if you're the official? Obviously, Aiden's an official. I don't know if we've ever stated that clearly. Imparting a lot of wisdom. What do you do at this kind of break at halftime when you have those seconds? They come together.
Yeah. They want to talk about how the game's going so far. So if like physicality, if they feel like they're calling it how they should be, if they need to change. Anything. If there's players that are talking that shouldn't be talking in the way they are, it's definitely good to get on the same page there before the next quarter, so they can all officiate to the best of their ability.
Absolutely, that makes sense to me. And with that, we're back underway. Another quarter. Shepard starting off the ball. I don't think anything we've said so far for PV A&M. 11-11. Corner 3-ball, nylons, times that one. 14-11 now, starting off strong with the 3.
See, one other thing that people might not realize matters is the energy on the bench, and A&M definitely has it there. I feel like lacrosse they're kind of slacking on that part.
I think it always helps, right? When you're on the floor, if you have that support from the bench.
Always.
Turnover here taken by lacrosse, playing with a bit of pace, trying to match the 3. It's up, and it's straight through. 14 all. The battle of the 3s so far this quarter, Aiden.
Yeah, it's different than other courts we saw today. This game's definitely going to be dependent on those 3-pointers.
Absolutely. Goes off. All is called. Looks like he'll be shooting a pair. Saw a lot of struggles for 3-ball. I think sort of throughout this tournament, honestly, on strength, at least the games I've been watching, today doesn't seem like that's as much of a problem here.
No.
They are draining these as we have a short little timeout, I guess, for everybody not shooting free throws.
Yeah, so they don't actually need anyone in the paint in their spots. The only people that are required to be in their spots is obviously the shooter, and the first people in the like 12 and 1, they're required to be there. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that can be anybody you want.
Anyone you want. It doesn't matter.
Anyone.
Typically, you'll have your bigger players there,
Sure.
but when you've got no one else in the lane, it doesn't really matter.
Seems unlikely that he's getting his own rebound. 1 against 4. You'd have to imagine.
You'd be surprised with what can happen.
Get the lucky bounce. You go, hey, Christmas come early. That looked illegal.
We got an illegal screen. It follows on 1. He definitely did not have his feet set there.
Gotcha. So you set a screen, you got to stay put.
Yeah, you got to stay put. You cannot move during that screen. It creates problems and is really a safety issue.
So when they try to go around you, you can't go with them and bonk them.
Nope.
You got to stay
there.
You got to stay there. Okay. That makes sense to me. 7 for 3. They're going to find it. Hibner picks it up. That's what we saw there. They went tumbling, tried to go with them, and they all go tumbling to the ground.
Yep.
That's why we can't do that. Hibner with the ball in the lane, spin move, takes a step back, looks like a shot, dodges the defender, and finds it. Lacrosse retake the lead, 16 to 15 now in favor of the team from Wisconsin. Front court again, playing with some pace, pushes, bobbles, passes it off, and loses the ball.
Very physical there. That's a good no call by the official. They were both sloppy there.
Lastly, over to Hibner, to the lane, to the rim, up, no good, off the bottom of the rim. 13 tries to clear it. Basketball pass forward to Wheatley. Wheatley up to the rim, lays it in, no good. But the rebound is gotten, and it's laid in by number 6. That's Sorrells for PV, finding that and retaking the lead. Rouse now, go ahead. Hibner trying to retake the lead again. Very close game. Second quarter of 4. That's what quarter means, folks. So we've got 26 minutes of overall game time left here. In the lane, across, spin move, goes to the glass and finds it. Lead just back and forth.
So you got both teams have really good defense. It's just who's the better shooter here.
Both these teams feel very strong so far. It seems like it's close because it's competitive.
Yep.
They are hitting shots and they're getting serious stops when they're getting them on defense.
Oh, there we go. Good call. Good foul.
That's a foul.
Reached across him there on the shot.
What are you looking for in that kind of play where they go up? I feel like a lot of times there's at least some contact. What makes harmless contact versus something you need to stop play for?
Yeah, if there's displacement that interrupts the flow of the game, that's typically when we'd call it.
Okay.
So you saw there, whoever's shooting free throws right now, he went up for a shot and was completely shifted.
Sure.
Because of the shift in motion, that's when you'd call that foul.
So it's not just any contact. Mm-hmm. You're blowing the whistle, but if you're getting displaced.
In a game like this, because it's so competitive and physical, that's definitely going to be the factor there, is if there's displacement. If it was like a no-whistle game, then you'd call some of the smaller stuff, but it would really take away from the play here.
Sure. In this sort of game, you're having to whistle every play, and that's not what you want.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Absolutely. That was a 3-ball hit by Lacrosse, putting them in the lead. A&M now on it, picks it out. Coming across, that's Mitchell. Slaps it over to Shepard. Gesturing at Mitchell, trying to run the offense, goes up for 3 anyway. Nothing but nylons. We are tied again, 21 all.
See, they know he's a shooter, so why aren't they, up in his face? That's typically what we see when you're guarding a shooter.
Sure. You know he's about to go up, you want to get a little closer to him. Versus somebody that can't shoot the 3, maybe you give him an extra step.
Yeah.
Or so. 31 finds himself with the ball. Schmidt passes it off to the teammate. Goes up, and that's a foul.
We had 0 wanting to dispute that with the official. I'd say he was not straight up. I see all the time players get called on a foul and they have their hands straight up after the fact.
Sure.
Your hands were not straight up in the play when it was called.
Are you, in fact, less likely to get called for a foul if your hands are straight up during the play?
Oh, most definitely.
Absolutely. Okay. So that is an effective way to play defense.
Yeah. If you got your hands straight up and you're not, contacting the player, you're not going to be called for a foul because there's no foul.
Right.
But
that makes sense to me. You put your hands up after you hit them.
That's
not going to do.
No.
That won't do. Right.
Typically, officials are not going to call a foul if there wasn't a foul. So
that checks out. Makes sense to me. Free throw is hit. Lacrosse now in the lead again.
Ooh.
Lacrosse, a lot of pace. My brain turned off and they'd scored a goal before it was happening. Pushing the pace again. Up, no good. Fight for the rebound in the basket.
That was a good tip there by 7.
That was well played, absolutely. Only a 1-point lead now for Lacrosse. Step back 3-ball. Straight through. The hot hand recently in the last couple of these.
They've got to get down on him. They know he's a shooter, so where's their trip there.
Absolutely, 2-ball. There. Kicked out. PV. 0. It's Mitchell, I think, in the corner and just killing it. Everything is landing. 27-26 in favor of La Crosse. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in this one. These teams are neck and neck in.
Yeah, it's a different game pace than we saw in our previous game.
Absolutely is. Up for 2, no good. Mitchell on the rebound. Pushing again, PV.
Oh.
Over, almost picked off though.
Got hacked
Going
there.
back the other way. Kraus throwing it over. 31, lays it in. That's another 3-point lead. PV.
You know what would have made that play a little better?
What?
A dunk.
That, it would have made it more exciting.
Yeah, he was wide open. Didn't have anyone on him. He could have went up for it.
Could have wound it up and sent it home, but he decided not to. Goes for the arguably less interesting play. Throws it off him. Is that legal? Perfectly legal?
It is legal.
All
Yep.
right,
Yep.
Well, we're done for him.
Yeah, if it's done with malice intent, it'll be a technical foul.
Okay, so you can't just chuck the ball at people. But in that situation,
in that situation you can. If you're trying to hurt someone and it's obvious, it'll be a technical.
Can't argue with that. And we'll stay on this end. Hunter did not touch that. Official says right here. Stand right here. Spectators moving out of the way. Good guys, spectators. You'll love to see it. Shepard now at the ball. Moves it over 1 foot inside the line. It would have been a 2 if it went, but it didn't go, so it doesn't matter. Kraus now with the ball for La Crosse. 3-point lead for the Eagles. For 3, make it 6. Trying to go up into halftime.
We got a timeout. Yep, timeout White.
Timeout White. A couple of threes in a row.
Definitely the best spot to have a timeout called there. They got to recoup as a team with that lead that they've lost.
Definitely want to get some points going into half here. You feel sure? You
Yep.
have 40 seconds to do it. Plenty of time. And you got to feel good about it. How many timeouts do they get per game, per quarter, per half?
2 timeouts per game.
game.
Each timeout's a minute long.
Okay.
And our amazing scorekeepers over there are keeping track of that time.
Gotcha. So it's 2 per game.
Yep.
Okay, so you got to use them wisely.
Yep. If there's an overtime, if we go into overtime, they'll get 1 minute timeout per overtime period.
Okay. Absolutely. And then you were talking about the bonus earlier with Parker. So that because we're playing in quarters, it's a lower number to get into the bonus, but it resets each quarter?
Yeah, so each team gets 5. Their 5th foul will be, we'll put them in bonus.
Okay.
And that resets every quarter.
Okay. Gotcha. Hunter with the ball. Driving in the lane. Goes up.
Good call by the official. That is an elite. Yep.
I feel like this is, in my mind at least, reasonably not well understood. What makes a charge? What makes a block? What do you have to do for it to be legal to be standing there?
You have to. Your defender has to have legal guarding position. So you have to be straight up. You cannot step in front of the player. Large misconception is that you have to have your feet set, but you really don't. You just have to have legal guarding position. So you have to be straight up. You can move either obliquely or backwards.
Okay.
And with that specific play, you could see that White really pushed his arm in there. So that's really the defining factor in that call right there.
Sure. So if you're jumping sideways on defense into somebody's path, that's a block.
Yeah.
But if you're stand up, you're straight up, you're ready, and then they push into you.
Yep.
You go in the other direction. Hits it at the buzzer. Another 3. It's going to be a 6-point lead. We're going to take a break before halftime. But don't worry, Aiden and I will be back for half number 2 in about 5 minutes.
And we're back, but only partially. We're having some technical difficulties right now, so we're just going to be watching the game.
we're back. Had to go set up another stream, so we had a little delay, but we're back in business. 42-35 lacrosse. What's been going on? Big cheers. We were talking about the bench earlier. This arena is alive.
Yeah, it's with four courts, 8 teams playing right now. It is amazing. It's an amazing spirit to be in.
People are feeling it. Fumbled away. 2 against 2. Norris wide open. Here comes the coverage though. Drops it down. For 3. Around and out. Picked up again by Norris off the throw. Finds it. I think that counts as a foul.
Mentioned earlier, all the officials working this weekend's tournament are we got a timeout. Yeah, timeout black, timeout lacrosse. It's pretty good. Best idea to throw a timeout in there.
Just settle down a little bit.
Yeah, they came off with a rough start for sure.
Yes, it's still very close. Clock stops. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left. This clock on the screen's messed up. My bad. Button pusher, not very good at his job. So disregard that. There's 3 minutes left. What were you saying about the officials?
Oh yeah,
They're incredible.
Incredible officials. They are the best, some of the best officials across the country in recreational sports. Most of them have experience doing high school, some college ball even.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all chosen based off of an application they fill out with NIRSA, and only the best officials are chosen. They're typically the ones who have experience at other national or regional events.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I know our 5 officials from Madison all went to a regional.
Okay.
We all also went to our state association's event. So.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll see some of those Wisconsin officials on the stream later. Free throws around and in. And that makes it a 1-point game. You have 10 seconds to get it across the line.
Yep, 10 seconds.
That'll do it. Go for it again. Got the ball. Takes a step. Thinking about it. Waves his teammate off. Says, hey, go over there. Takes it himself to the dish. Up and in. 3-point lead now for the cross. 44-41.
We can start to see both of these teams starting to slow down a bit. They don't really have many subs, so I'm sure they're getting tired.
Yeah, getting a little tired. Everyone had fun in the first half. You know, it was fast, it was exciting. Now we're saying maybe we got to try and show a little bit more care, you know? Oh! All for the block. Put the body on the line and it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. I think he's injured, but he's still walking it off, so he's fine.
Also still pleading his case. Feels that should have been a charge. I don't think that's an argument you're going to win.
No, not typically. You don't win many arguments with officials.
Never been convinced by a player?
I don't think I've ever been convinced by a player. If anything, it makes you want to call less against them. So I don't know if it's going to work to his advantage, but.
Myers shooting the free throw here. Straight through. 4-point lead now for the cross. Trying to create a bit of distance. As the clock is stopped. Is the clock supposed to be stopped? Third quarter.
I don't think so, no. Third quarter, typically, yesterday at least, we stopped the clock the last 30 seconds of the first 3 quarters. Last 2 minutes in the last quarter.
Pushing the pace yet again. Trying to build that speed back up. Long ball. Quite what he was hoping for here. A little bit of a scrum for the ball. Across. Able to get it back. Everyone takes a deep breath. Just going to stand here. McGreevy with the ball. squabbling in the paint. I think that's to be expected. Kick back out, number 1. He's got 12 if he wants it. Doesn't want it. Goes straight in and finds the basket. 6-point lead now for Lacrosse, opening up that bit of distance. PV gonna need something. Maybe it's this 3. It is not, but they do get their own rebound. Hit the offensive boards. Puts it back up. 4-point lead.
We got some good contact going on here. It's much less than earlier, but we can attribute that to the good officiating that we've had. They've been able to keep everything in check and keep players safe. So.
Around the side. Top of the key, that's McGreevy. Kicked over. With the ball goes to the hoop. Not able to convert, and he was.
He was pushed. Yeah, he was pushed in the back there.
That seems like a foul to me.
Yeah, that was.
Can't do that.
No.
You absolutely can't. Is the hope sort of that you call fouls on the edge so players sort of figure out we can't be too rough?
Yeah.
We're just going to keep it within bounds?
Yep.
Okay.
Totally. It's preventative officiating. It helps bring the game to a realistic level.
We keep people from getting too excited.
Yeah. Some of these players think they're in the NBA. Their contact, and it's college club.
Sure. We don't need to be out here slamming each other.
No.
That makes sense to me. We've got 15 seconds left. PV A&M looking to almost level the score here. Maybe go for a 4-point play. You never know. Tie it up. Draw a foul and hit the 3. That seems unlikely, but you never know. 6 seconds to go. Got to do something. It's Wade the third, but he ends up in a tie-up, and it's Lacrosse going the other way with 1. It'll count if it goes. It does not. And at the end of the third quarter, 10 minutes remain in this game, Aiden.
Yeah, we got good play going on. I would recommend PV&M start throwing out their full court press.
Okay.
It'll speed up Lacrosse, who can't handle the speed per se. They've definitely shown in the first quarter that speed is not there. They like to go slower for sure than A&M, but we'll see what happens. I would, especially because they've got so many subs, that zone is going to be, it's going to propel them ahead.
Well, PV will start with the ball, so they've got that benefit for them. Down 4. Will we see that full court press? That's how we were talking about a little bit last game. More exhausting than just half the court. Just trying to defend the whole court. More running. I feel like especially once they get past you, you got to run to catch up.
Yeah. Not everyone has to do a full court press. Even the person who's on the ball can slow everything down. He can slow the offender down, and then everyone else on the team's getting a break.
Gotcha. Speaking of slowing it down, goes for 3. Just kidding. The other direction, but it's Hibner. Now with the ball, Bruin Ross dumps it out. They're able to escape. Kraus on the ball in the lane. Kicks it back out. Number 0 for 3. No good. But the 3 hitting the offensive boards. Schmidt now with it. Needs a little bit of help. Dumps it in. Hibner way open on the other side, but he's not seen. Kraus takes a breath. Spins the ball around, now moves to the inside. Think out the outside. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Didn't get the basket. PV going the other direction. Shepard now with the ball. Kicks it over to Mlachnik. Just kidding. That's not Mlachnik. Wrong team and the wrong number. That's Sorrells. Who knows what we're doing? Goes up, gets fouled. 2 shots.
Cross has to keep their hands up there. Fine. We got good sportsmanship on both sides. He definitely knew that was a foul.
That one I feel like there's no one coming back from, you know?
You'd be surprised.
Fair enough.
You'd be surprised.
People always think they're right?
Yep. I've had people like push him in the back, but then I call it and they got their hands up right away. They're like, "Ref, my hands were up. My hands were up." No, your hands were up after the play. Not during the play.
Your hands were up pleading your innocence, but
yes.
not while you're committing the crime.
Mentioned earlier, every point counts. So all these free throws, they got to be made. Have to be put in.
Yeah, you got it. Every point counts. And it's so close, right? You say it at the start, first quarter, it feels easy. But, here.
One thing we can't have there, though, is a no call on that. It's either a block or it's a charge.
You like a foul there?
Yep. Yeah.
On somebody.
Someone. It has to be someone.
picks up the dribble. Schmidt, Meyer with the screen. There we go, didn't move. That's what you got to do, can't move. We learned that today. Hibner for three, no good. PV going the other way. Pleading their case
there
for
we
travel.
go. 4 steps later.
Got there in the end. Hey, you know what? Let me see it. Honestly, in my experience so far today, I have sort of known it when I see it. It just sort of looks a little wrong. You're like, wait, hold on, you can't walk with that.
Yep. It's different seeing it from up here than being on the court, but it's definitely the same idea.
Is it more obvious when you're right there?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
You think it's easier from here?
It is a lot easier to see it travel from here. As an official, you're looking at everything in your zone, and with a
same reaction from both of us on the block. Hibner goes up. It will count and a foul.
Oh, it's dirty.
That's the block symbol, I believe. All right, I'm learning. I'm going to be ready for my first game. One shot here for number 4. That would be Hibner.
Basket's good.
Basket counts 50-49. Just over 6 minutes left in this game. 50-46 that would be. I'm struggling to read. And it's also 52-46. So everything I just told you was wrong. But it's now correct. Except that's 2 more points for PV-A&M. 52-48. Gentleman operating the camera gave me a funny look when I failed to read. So, you know, we appreciate it. Got to keep me honest here. Yeah, they're in the lane. Bit of contact, nobody's called. Straight in for 3 for Ramos. 7-point lead now, 55-48. 5 minutes to go.
I'm gonna assume we got a timeout on the court. PV-A&M. That's their second of the game. They're out of timeouts.
No more timeouts. Okay.
Unless we get to overtime.
What are the overtime rules? 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
I think it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
I'm not 100% sure with this tournament. We didn't have any overtime yesterday during pool play.
Okay. No, we see it. We have conversations between the official and the coach. Do you give more leeway to the coach, sort of chatting with you, arguing with you, than you do a player?
Yes, because they typically know what they're talking about. Typically, players don't really know what they're talking about. But there comes a point where a coach is talking so much where it doesn't allow you to do your job. That's when you hand out that coach or that bench warning, and eventually a technical.
Gotcha.
Most of these coaches here, though, they're really good sports. They understand that these are student officials, and this is not most likely their full-time career. So
Sure.
it's not the NBA.
Hopefully the players get the memo of that as well.
Sometimes it's difficult to get that across, but
Looks like our timeout has expired. And it will be PV-A&M with the basketball, down 7. They got to make something happen here. Webb the third, trying to lead his team to a victory. He's going to lead his team to the dish. Not enough, blocked away sort of by PV, but right to the cross.
there we go, that full court press.
Exactly. They get it over. That's only half the battle. Hibner gets it over. Up to the rim. No basket, but it is a foul.
Difficult thing with those kind of fouls is if a player shoots into you, it's always going to be called. So it's really hard to avoid that kind of thing.
The full court press idea, sort of like trap / steal / 10 seconds, sort of all the above.
Yeah, all the above. You want to trap them in the corners. As a defense, you never want the offense on a press to get the ball in the middle.
Okay.
If you get the ball in the middle, you've got the entire court to work with,
Too many
and
options.
that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to limit those.
Straight through. sweet free throws. You keep talking about it, you gotta hit them. And they did right there, up 9 now. 4 minutes to go. PV pushes the pace again. I feel like at some point you have to though. You're down 10 almost. And there's not a lot of time left. A long three, but straight through.
There we go with that middle again.
Meyer with the ball. Spin move, wait the third. Good defense, hands in the air the whole time, and no foul. So, gotta have them up during the play.
Yeah, typically how it works, yeah.
That's how it works. Don't foul him, you don't get called. Checks out. Rule-abiding citizen. We'll say on this one. 57-51, 59-51 that would be. Tell a lie. Up. And it touched him on the baseline?
Yep.
Is that my
Yeah,
understanding?
he had a foot out.
So we'll stay here with PV and A&M. They really need some points.
Yeah, that's typically how you win a game.
No substitute for hitting baskets.
You have all the good defense in the world, but if you don't score, you're typically not going to win.
Can't win. That makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense to me. 8-point game now. Apologies for the clock not being accurate. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this one. 3 ball. Straight on, book it. 59-54. Only a 5-point game. Getting a little bit closer in. You can see right on him.
Yep.
Trying to make life difficult as soon as you get the ball. No shot clock sort of makes this makes the delay game a little bit less effective. At the top of the key, and they're able to score. Wade the third goes to the rim, gets fouled.
With such a close game, I'd say that foul was definitely smart. He didn't allow 55 to make the basket, and by their shooting, their free throw percentage, it was probably a good call.
Absolutely. You sort of alluded to this last game. You sort of let off a little bit when the game's not close, getting later on.
Yep.
You don't need to call the sort of maybe fouls.
You want to keep it as consistent as you can.
Okay.
If you change how you're calling the game midway through or at the last 2 minutes, it doesn't look good for the officials.
Sure. You
But
suddenly tighten up a ton in the last minute and a half. It's not really
It's
what
like,
you
nope. If they were going to call tight up, you want to call that first play of the game.
Sure. Running all the way around the court, and they're trying to go for the trap. There it is on the side.
Timeout. We got a timeout for Black lacrosse.
I think that's their last timeout. I think we're done.
Yep. No timeouts left.
It is now.
If someone decides to call a timeout, it is a technical.
Really?
Yep, it is a technical.
So don't do it. Gotta remember how many you have. That seems reasonable.
And the score table definitely helps out there.
Sure. That happen even after you grant it? If you were to grant it, to say, hey, they don't have one? You go,
Well,
just kidding?
the score table should be telling the coaches that they've got no timeouts left.
I see. They tell the coaches.
Yep. Then it's on the coaches.
I see. You're telling me you'll remember.
Yeah.
You only got to count to 2, so I guess it's not a whole lot to keep in the brain.
Yeah, it's not. I think in regular ball we got two full timeouts, 3 30-second timeouts, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but
Sounds right. We'll say it's right for now. Right here. You gotta stand right there. You're on the inbound.
hope they're gonna foul now. Try to get this.
Goes in +2. Need points fast. Down by 7. Here they come. Fake the long 3. Fakes another long 3. Instead, goes to the basket, lays it in. All right, quick points. But now you've got to press or foul. Is that accurate?
Yep. If they can get the ball inbounded, yep, there we go. Oh, maybe not. Yep, there. Oh, did not call that foul.
Oh.
Lost the ball.
It works out. You call it any differently if you know somebody's trying to foul in that situation, or do they actually still have to make the requisite amount of contact before you're going to give it to them?
You want to call it right away.
Okay.
It's a player safety thing. We have to make sure that they're going for the ball, though. If they don't go for the ball, it is it's an intentional foul then.
Gotcha. But you also don't want them just wailing on the player trying to get you to call it.
Yeah.
To their credit, only a 2-point game now. Back in this one. Lacrosse able to score. 65-61. PV, a couple great shots. If this goes, it's going to be very exciting. But it does not quite. Across this game's all the full break, too. You don't want to foul, give him free throws. Puts it up, and 6 points is the lead again. Very quickly swinging for it. 20 seconds left in this one. PV gets fouled on the way by. That'll calm everything down for a moment.
That was a very unnecessary foul there, for sure. Lacrosse is in the lead. They don't need to get in foul trouble.
No,
we don't need that bonus.
It's 5 and you're out in this game.
Yeah,
too?
personal foul is 5, but they don't want to be putting bonus. If they're putting bonus,
Right.
then the other team gets the opportunity. Yeah.
Get the score at the clock stops. That's how it works. Also, NC State and Marquette in the foreground right now. 7 seconds left. Tie game. Tiny intermission. Throws up the jumper, and we're going to have overtime in that one. Just while we're waiting for these free throws. The more you know. Gotta hit these. These are the times you gotta. It's 12 seconds left. You probably are good, but you want to hit it anyway. And they do. 7-point lead. 12 seconds. You feel that's pretty safe.
It's definitely your safety cushion if you're able to make those free throws.
68-61. Impressive scores. A lot of scoring in this game. This has been a good game.
Yeah.
Throughout. Lacrosse just barely getting the edge. 69-61.
I'm curious to see what point differential would be if PVA&M made all their free throws. It might have been a closer game.
That's true. We did have some misses, and coming back to haunt you later. Goes to the rim, goes to the dunk, not able to find it. PV gets the ball back, but it's just going to be a little bit too late. The dunk goes through, and that will be the game. 69-63. UW Lacrosse advances to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it was a good game.
That was a good game. I don't know who UW Lacrosse plays. Maybe they play Oregon. That'd be fun. See that match.
That'd be really physical.
That could be quite a game. So we will be bringing you another game in a couple of moments. We're going to take a short break. Next game starts at, I think, 3:30.
Yep.
It might be 3:45. 3-something. The stream will start on the new stream reasonably soon, so we hope to see you there. Thank you all for watching this one, and we'll see you soon. Take care.